Alright, what's going on, guys? So it's been a little while since I've recorded a video for YouTube. Last one you guys saw was a squat transformation, and I want to extend a huge thank you to all of you for all the views on there. Right now I think it's at like 545,000 views or something like that, which is absolutely insane. And I did make an announcement that I would shave my head for 1 million views, so I think we still have like I'll give it another week. If it gets 1 million views in another week, I will shave my head. And that is a fact. So if you guys want to see me shave my head, then you better share this bitch and let's get it to 1 million views. But yeah, I've got a lot of changes coming to my programming and how my training is going in general. This week I had a deload, so training was really boring. Right now it's Friday. I'm going in again today, so I'll take you guys for that. But training in general has been pretty boring this week because it was a deload, so I decided instead of just showing you guys a really boring deload video, then I would do a Q&A instead, because it's been a little while since I've done a Q&A, and that's what we're going to do today. So I got a ton of questions on my Instagram and also my YouTube. If you guys don't follow my Instagram is Strazny. I'll put it right here, and go look it up right now. I'm trying to get more followers on there because I am working on a secret project. But anyways, let's go to some questions. Alright, so I got 30 questions on YouTube. I'm going to answer most of those right now. It's going to be a longer video, and then I'll answer the ones on Instagram after that. I'll try to pick out the best ones out of here, and I'll answer all those. The first question on here is from Weatherman K. How tall were you when you started working out, and how tall are you now? And do you think lifting stunts your growth? This is an absolute myth. Lifting does not stunt your growth at all, despite that it compresses your spine. But your spine is actually very flexible and very malleable, so it does compress a little bit when you're obviously doing like squats and deadlifts. But then after that, it'll lengthen back out, and you'll be your same height. So when I started lifting, I think I was probably like 5'10" or 5'11", and right now I'm 6'1" or 6'2". So that is actually one of the most asked questions that I have on this channel. And yeah, honestly, height does make a huge difference. That's why my sumo deadlift is really good for my squat, and my squat is suffering because I have really long legs, obviously, and I can use that very well for sumo deadlifts, and other than that, it sucks for squats. So what was the most effective way to build strength, and how often did you test your 1 rep max? The fastest I ever built my strength was on the block 5x5. That's because when you start training, you have a lot of noob gains that you can get, and you'll probably gain like 20 or so pounds within like literally the first 6 months, which is absolutely insane. It's like unheard of in other training unless you're taking like steroids. So the first year is literally the most fun year because you just gain so much strength and so much size, and that's definitely the time when I gained the most amount of size. And on that program, I didn't test my 1 rep max at all. And to be completely honest, testing your 1 rep max all the time is not a good idea because it does add a lot of fatigue. And if you're trying to build your strength, it's not a great idea to always test your 1 rep max. Have you ever dealt with acne or back acne? For a Q&A question, it's from, I don't know how to say that name. But yes, I did deal with acne. I had really bad acne. I think that was probably like 1.5 years ago now. I can put a picture up right here. It was really bad, and I had Accutane for the entire first year of my training. So my first year of training was a little weird, so I wasn't able to take any supplements at all when I first started training, and I was on Accutane. So like it did screw up my knees a little bit, and like my face was all super dry and stuff. And to be honest, if you can avoid taking Accutane, I would definitely avoid taking it because it does affect a lot of things. Made my face like super red too. And like I wasn't able to take supplements, obviously, because it's so hard on your liver. Let's see. How often do you train, and for how long each session? I'm actually changing my training program. I was going to be continuing the hypertrophy program after this deload week, which was from RP Strength. That's a 12-week program, I want to say. It might be 12 or 16. But I actually changed that because I just hired a coach. If you guys know Elliot Atwell, I'll be starting to work with him now, and if you know David Layden and Lex Little, Elliot Atwell is their coach and has been for a long time. So he's had a lot of success with like younger teens like me, and I thought really no better time to get a coach than right now because I am almost 2 years into my training, and I think it would be pretty cool to have a coach and just really optimize my training because it's really just an investment in the long run for me. Alright. I have a question from the Profit Maker here. He says, love the videos, my guy. Thank you. My question is, which fitness company would it be a dream to get sponsored by? Because I'm telling you, it's going to happen soon. Thanks again, dude. Obviously, my dream is to get sponsored by Gymshark. I have been in contact with them a little bit recently, and there is a solid chance that I become an athlete in the future, I think. So I'm going to continue working and growing my social media in these next few months, and we'll see where it goes from there. What do you do for your ab workouts? This is a funny question because I actually just started training abs 4 weeks ago or something like that on the hypertrophy program. And in the past, I never trained abs. There was cable curls or cable crunches on the Blaha that I just usually didn't do. And on Elliot's programs, I didn't do any abs on that either. And it actually is making a huge difference doing abs because I can tell with my squats at least, my core is a lot tighter, and I don't tip forward as much, which is a really, really good thing. So I definitely do recommend training core or abs in general, probably twice a week. Why did you choose to be a powerlifter rather than a bodybuilder? The main reason I chose to be a powerlifter rather than a bodybuilder is that becoming a bodybuilder as a natural is extremely, extremely hard because using the training that the bodybuilders use is specifically effective because they are on anabolic steroids. And being a natural, you have to get very strong before you're big. So you never see a natural that's not very strong that's freaking huge, right? You see Lex Little, he's got a 500-pound squat, extreme respect for that, and he's got a really good physique. And David Lade, he could deadlift 670, and he's got a really good physique. He also benches 390, and that's where the muscle mass comes from. Getting stronger pretty much equals getting bigger. No questions, just love your content. Thank you for your motivation. Almost at 10K. Yes, I'm really close to 10K. I think I'm 700 and something subscribers away, which is absolutely insane. I'm literally going to be so hyped when I get 10K. I think I did tell you guys that I would do a 10,000 calorie challenge at 10,000 subscribers, so I probably will do that in the near future, which I'm extremely hyped about. Currently, my diet is 3,500 calories, which is decently easy for me, but 10,000 is for sure going to be a bitch to do. Oh, I actually gave this one comment a heart. It's from Sam Dealey. I probably butchered your name. But the question was, favorite animal. My favorite animal would probably have to be the spider monkey. I'm a big fan of monkeys in general, and I love that question. Alright, I'm going to go on Instagram now to answer a few questions on there. I'm probably going to do this Q&A for 20 more minutes, and after that, get going to the gym. So, let's see what we got for questions here. If Culver's isn't your favorite cheat meal, what is? Better be fucking Culver's. Good shit. I think Culver's is probably my favorite cheat meal. I really do like their shakes. Other than that, I really do like apple pies from McDonald's. The other night I ate 4 apple pies and I felt like complete shit after that, so I definitely don't recommend that. Those in moderation are quite wonderful. And besides that, I do love having shakes. That's not really a cheat meal. Just ice cream in general is pretty awesome. Actually, my favorite cheat meal would definitely be mac and cheese. The big reason for mac and cheese being my cheat meal is that it is very calorically dense and it's fairly easy to make. It takes 10 minutes and then you've got 1,000 calories on a freaking plate. So that's my favorite cheat meal. For strength training, how far or hard should you bounce a bar off your chest on bench? You should not be bouncing the bar off your chest at any point. It's a terrible idea for your sternum. It's probably going to lead to some injuries if you do that really hard. But it is something that everybody does, so just try not to do it so much. How's school going? When are you going to finish school, and what do you want to do after it? I finished school actually in 1 week. I think I only have 3 days of school left, and then I have graduation. So I am a senior in high school, and I'm extremely, extremely excited to graduate because I'm absolutely sick of high school. Today was actually the last Friday of my high school career, which is actually freaking nuts. And after high school, I'm planning on going to St. Louis University to either study physical therapy or athletic training. And there is a chance that I go for strength and conditioning as well. I don't really know. I want to kind of go into the medical field though for athleticism in general. All right, this is a huge question that I get asked a ton, and that people call me all the time. Bro, I asked you earlier, how do you feel when people call you David Lade V2? To be completely honest, I don't really sure, I'm flattered that people say I'm David Lade V2, but at the same time, I'm really trying to be my own person. I'm not trying to be David Lade, and I really want to be my own person, make my own videos, my own content. I don't want to be the replacement for David Lade, if you will. I want to be my own channel, and I'm really not trying to copy what he does. But yeah, back to the funny questions. How frequent should an ectomorph train a split per week after 1 year of gym experience. This really depends on where your strength levels are. If you are still in your noob gain phase and like a 5x5 is going to work for you still, I would highly recommend staying on that for a little while. And then once the progress slows down on that, then I would recommend going to a push-pull leg split like I did. And any of the Elliott Atwell programs were awesome when I did them, so those are in the description. So, how do you get bigger arms as an ectomorph? This is actually a pretty important question as well. So, my arms have been tiny for my entire lifting career up until like a few weeks ago. Because on the hypertrophy program, I was doing a ton of volume for arms. I was doing like, I think on one day I had like 12 sets of bicep curls before the rest of my workout. So I was prioritizing doing arm training before the rest of my movements, and that totally blew up my arms. So I've got like stretch marks here. I don't know if I've shown you guys that yet, but they're on both arms. I can't really show you right now. How long do you think you'll run the hypertrophy program for? How long do you think you'll run the hypertrophy program for, and plans for next powerlifting meet? My next powerlifting meet will probably be sometime next year in winter. I'm not completely sure about any dates because I will be going to St. Louis University for college, and I have no idea what federation or area I would go to do my powerlifting meets in. So, and I'm obviously off the hypertrophy program now. I'm just in the deload after it, and I'm just trying to get used to sumo deadlift again and flat bench again. And flat bench is actually improving a lot. I'm really excited for that. I will record my workout on Monday. I have squat and bench and then a bunch of other stuff that day. So I will record that video for you guys. How many hours of sleep do you get on average? I try to get like 7 to 8 hours a night. I really don't function very well on less than 7 hours of sleep, so I absolutely try to get that. To be honest, I could probably do best off of getting like 9 or 10. I don't really know why, but I feel like I could literally just sleep for so long all the time. How many reps of 315 squat can you do? I would say I could probably do that for 3 or 4 right now, and that is going to improve in these next few weeks. What powerlifting belt for beginners with a cheap price? To be completely honest, if you're going to get a belt at all and you're planning on staying in fitness for a long time, don't get a shitty belt. Just get a good belt that will last you forever. Like my Inzer belt has a warranty that will last forever, and I highly recommend Inzer. But if you are going to get a belt, I would definitely recommend Pioneer more because you can get it customized and get a freaking sick looking belt. And you can also get the staggered holes. So it's actually like, well, my holes are just like this, right? And then the Pioneer belts are like that, if that makes any sense. So there's like more holes you can stick the metal part through. So you can get it tighter or looser depending on what you want. Best approach to start making YouTube videos. Just start making videos, dude. Doesn't matter like what software you're using or whatever. Just start making videos. Try to make them entertaining. Try to make them funny. Try to make them like original. They for sure need to be original. And if they're not original, then like you're just pretty much acting like somebody else, and nobody's gonna want to go to you because they can just go to this other person because they do better content. What video editing software do you use? I use Adobe Premiere Pro CS6. I do have the entire Adobe suite, and I totally got that legally. What do you eat after workouts? I do my best to keep a lot of carbs around my training. So before I go to train, I usually have a very carb-dense meal, like something that's very easily digestible with high glycemic index. So that's like children's cereal, English muffins, bagels, shit like that, like bread. And then after training, you want to do the same thing because it'll get right into the system because you're already super depleted from training and stuff like that. So it's a good idea to get a lot of those high glycemic index carbs into your body right away. Push-pull legs, bro split, or upper-lower as your favorite split. To be completely honest, I really do like push-pull legs. I think it's a great way to train because you have definitely enough recovery time and you can absolutely destroy each like push or pull or legs. Like absolutely destroy the workouts. Do you use FitGenie or any sort of calorie tracking? When I'm trying to track, so I actually recently gave Elliot the foods that I ate in one day, so I did track on MyFitnessPal, and I gave all of those screenshots to him so he could, tell me if my diet's okay. And the other day I ate, I think, 3,500 calories or something like that, and my overall macros for that day was 200 grams of protein, 490 grams of carbs, and like 80 grams of fat. So that's, I actually like just sent that over to him, so that's what I eat in a basic day. I am planning on doing a full day eating at one point, but I've just been extremely lazy about it because I have school every day and I don't really want to record at school. So probably on the weekends or when it's summertime, I would definitely record a full day eating for you guys. When you first started recording, did you ever think that you would be where you're at right now? And absolutely not. I would never have thought that I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, and like I've actually got a following where I can like talk to you guys and you guys will respond to me and shit like that. I think it's absolutely amazing that like I'm able to reach out to you guys, like talk to you guys on Instagram, like DMs, Snapchat, all these comments. I always try to respond to all my comments, and I would never have thought that I'm where I'm at right now. It's absolutely insane, and I seriously want to thank you guys for that. Best tip for teens looking to lean bulk. Pretty much my philosophy on bulking is that you should just eat in a very large caloric surplus. Like obviously not eating like a 2,000 calorie surplus, but like eating like a generous one, like 700 to 1,000 calories. There are some people that say that you should do a 200 to 300 calorie surplus, but at the same time you might not be getting as many calories as you should, and you might not be building muscle as fast as you possibly could. So that's my basic philosophy on bulking. What supplements do you take? I take creatine, a multivitamin, and whey protein in the morning usually, and fish oil. That's about it. And pre-workout actually. I always like to take pre-workout before like my heavy sessions, so the times that I'm doing like squats or deadlifts, I always like to take pre-workout, and on days that I just have like bench or something like that, I usually do my best to not take pre-workout because it's good to not take it sometimes. So alright, so that's pretty much all the questions I have. If I didn't answer your question, comment down below and I will get back to you for sure. And of course, go follow my Instagram, Strazny. On there, I like to post a lot more. I post a lot of physique updates, stuff like that, and that is the best place where you guys can ask me questions in the comments and stuff like that. So yeah, it's like 3:24 right now, and today is obviously my deload still. It is Friday, and this is my last day of my deload. I think I'll take Saturday and Sunday off, and then Monday I'm getting into the program that Elliot wrote me. So I'm extremely excited to start training on his programs because I really think I'm going to have some optimal training this summer, and little goals actually for the end of summer. I think by the end of summer I could hit a 405 pound squat, a 560 pound deadlift, and a 275, maybe 285 bench. I'm really going to go for those goals. And yeah, anyways, I'm going to record the workout today. My friend Zach may or may not be there, but I will be there today, and I will be testing my sumo again. I'm trying to get stronger on the sumo because I'm extremely weak, honestly, on the sumo right now because I've not trained it in over a month, and I'll probably do that and some squats and get the hell out after that. So yeah, I'll take you guys downstairs right now and I'll show you guys what I'm going to eat for my pre-workout snack. Alright guys, so it's actually like an hour and a half since I filmed that Q&A, and I ended up falling asleep for like an hour because I got super tired after the Q&A for no apparent reason. And right here I've got my little pre-workout snack. I just got some Cocoa Krispies, and if you didn't know, that's my favorite cereal, so I eat this shit all the time. And it's some pretty good pre-workout meal because it's well, it's mostly carbs obviously. Right. It's mostly carbs obviously. That was my sister. And yeah, I'm just gonna finish this up and then off to the gym. Alrighty, at long last, we are finally in the car, ready to go to the gym. I really think this is like probably gonna be over a 20-minute video, which is gonna be my first over 20-minute video. So I hope you guys enjoy the length of this bad boy. So that sounded really weird, but anyways, we're going to the gym right now, and I think Zach will be there, so be training with him, and yeah, catch you guys there. Alright boys, we just made it. Gonna hit up the foam roller, then go get on the pussy machine in the other room to get those hips nice and wide. Isn't that right, Spencer? It's right.
I won't say you call. I won't say anything at all. Just do what they done. I can give you the most of anything you want. Stormy cold faces let you keep poisoning your blood.
Snap it. You'll hear it.
Snap and then.
Snap. Dude, if you take a bigger like whiff of it, it hits so fucking hard.
Oh my god, that's insane.
How'd it feel?
It burned.
Jesus. Literally just doing that wakes me up.
Got cold.
Yeah. It just works best when you snap it like right away and then it like hits really fucking hard. Since these are like the single ones, they're always like the most potent.
That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Stone cold faces that you keep poisoning your blood.